Firstly, we do not know exactly yung nature niyan. Why? Hindi nila pinag-uusapan. Ayaw nga nila pag-usapan. Tinatago nga nila. Kaya nga ang tawag insertion. Binabukin nila. Now, dagdag ka ng dagdag. Sige nga, kung ikaw nandun, ano gagawin mo? Ako ang nakikita ko isa. Instead na ayuda ka ng ayuda, nawala naman, when you help people, when you try to lift the economic condition of your country and of your countrymen, dapat yung pag-angat din sa kanilang dignidad kasabay mo. Dahil hindi aangat ang pamumuhay niya kung ang tingin nila sa sarili ay masyadong maliit at kalabing penge lang. Kung sa yung termino natin sa kasada, kalabing penge ng hilimus na. Ang isang pwede saan maging beneficiary o recipient ng ayuda, total pinamimigay mo eh. Pinamimigay mo, walang accounting na yan eh. They're moving for the modernization of the jeepneys. They're trying to phase out the traditional jeepneys. In a way, dapat naman, dahil napag-iwanan na that mode of transportation. Ang nagiging problema, sinasabi ng mga kooperatiba, wala kaming pera, we cannot afford a unit of yung pagpamalit ninyo sa aming jeepney, yung traditional jeepney. Mag-corporatize kayo, maging kooperatiba kayo. And then pautangin kayo ng gobyerno, certain amount, hindi nga nila kaya. Kaya nga nagsimula sila, binata pa sila, jeepney driver na sila, lolo na sila, jeepney driver pa rin. Yung sinasabi ko kanina, hindi nag-improve ang kanilang kabuhayan. Instead of ayuda, which runs into billions of pesos, God knows how much, bakit hindi nagkumuha ng isang pilot area? For example, Cebu City, ilan ang kooperatiba? Instead na ayuda, mga driver, operator, ito pera, seed money, coming from the government. Pag hindi nyo na-manage yan, administ-manage yan, to face you off. I think that's better. Mas may pag-asa ka, putting public investment into something that will work and something that you can measure whether it's improving or not, kesa bigay ka lang ng bigay ng bigay. Yun ang isang pagkalang nakikita ko, which unfortunately, we're not the government. They have their own idea on how to better dispose of the funds, but they're not disposing it any better. Doon ang talagang
question?
Follow up na Atty. Vic. Pero ito ang program, may documentation naman eh. Meron na matitrace natin.
Hindi natin alam. Hindi nga nila inaamin. And yung program kasi, from the beginning is illegal. When the President certifies the budget, 10 piso, you cannot go higher than that. You can go lower, but you cannot go higher, especially in the form of insertion. And it cannot be done by the bicameral conference committee. In our Constitution, there is no such animal as the bicameral conference committee that can increase the budget or the amount of budget proposed by the President.
Attorney Vic, good afternoon. I'm Dr. Natuwa po, Newstar Philippines. Alam po ninyo, for lack of a good description, ang sabi ko, very loaded yung mga statements to this afternoon. Kagulat po, hearing it from you. And having said that, sir, isa sa mga leaders ko sa Hakbang ng Maiso, Mayor Sebastian Duterte, has been urging your friend, President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. to resign from office. What's your take on that?
It's his personal call. I mean, the president decision is personal. And if I may just recall briefly, I read an article this morning exactly in relation to what you have just asked me now, recalling the time when the U.S. government advised his father, Ferdinand Marcos Sr., to cut and cut clean. At ang nakalagay doon sa article na nabasa ko kanina umaga, if there's one commendable character of former President Ferdinand Marcos Sr., inunan niya yung interest ng bansa and he heeded the call of the Americans to step down. Kung ano man ang ating politika at pananaw sa desisyon yun nung dating Pangulong Marcos Sr., doon sa article na aking nabasa, it made me stop and reflect. Ako nga, iba rin yung character mo when he was advised to cut in that tree, he stepped aside, step down. And it's a good test of character, strong will character. Yung maganda. In response to your question, well, sana he will have more introspection and pag-isipan niya kung ano ang mabuti at nararapat talaga sa bansa. Meron pa namang 4 na taon. Ang kinakailangan lang, nai-interest ang ito. At lagi niyang tingnan, bisitahin niya yung mga magagandang plano at magagandang pananalitan na binitawan niya. At namin, campaign din ng 2022. Hindi ka magkakamali. Again, anong prueba ko? Why am I so confident to say hindi siya magkakamali? Binoto pa nga ng tao, nanalo pa nga. Despite in spite of him being one of the most vilified political personality in our country, ibig sabihin, naniwala at gusto yung sinasabi mo. At bakit ka naman mag-indicate doon o tinanalo na? At yung kabaliktaran ang gagawin niya. Pinagpil na. If I can only still somehow advising mo sa mato, balikan na. The things will no longer be the same. The trust of the Philippine people will no longer be that high. But, sayang eh. Wala tayong magagawa eh. For as long as he is the man on top, we can only wish him well. Dahil pag yan sumagsag, sama-sama tayo hilahin tayo.
Sir, we were touring around the Philippines for longer way, so even go abroad to meet our OFWs. Pero kung tayo nakikita na data, o makipapakita na data, na dumadami yung nangugulat dito sa awareness na ating sinusunyo. And if meron man, like dito sa Cebu, bakit po ka natin?
Okay, marami nagtatanong yan. Unang-una kasi yung paglabas ng tao, hinahalimpulan nila noong 2021-2022 campaign. It's a different thing. That was a campaign. And coming from pandemic, suppress ang tao nakakalabas. Merong okasyon na magbabasa, ng kampanya. Ito magbag ng mayaso. Hindi kami kailanman na hinaan nito. Because everywhere we go, we can feel the very, very warm welcome of the places that we visit and the group of people that we talk to. Yung sinasabing hindi makapag-organize ng gano'ng maraming tao. Unang-una, ayaw nang bigyan ng permiso yung hagbag ng maiso. If hagbag ng maiso is not effective, bakit mo pinipilihan? Wala pa rin epekto eh. Why don't you adopt the attitude of PRRD then? Gusto mag-rally, bigyan ng permit yung mga araw. Kaya uwi dyan lang kayo. Because the man is so confident of his administration and of his governance. Alam ito, pinitigil, pinagbabawalan, pinaparanahan ng truck at heavy equipment, yung freedom part. Now, do we have any data? Ladies and gentlemen, this I'll share to you. Ang rally ngayon, ang protesta, nagbago na rin. I may not be able to join you or you may not see me there physically, but I'm with you in the comfort of my cubicle in the office, in the comfort of my bedroom, through sa inyo, yung social media ninyo. Sukatin ninyo yung social media ninyo. 30,000, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000. Pare-pareho lang naman ang kinukoda ninyo. Don't tell me yung isang tao meron 10 telepono. Panuwi ko kayo lahat sa inyong so lahat kayo maraming views. So, nagpapagod rin. Dahil nga sa hirap ng buhay, ano yun naman ang makapsin sa trabaho. Pag ako naligo, nagpatay ng pamilya ko. saan ako kumukuha ng trabaho? Maaaring nakuha akong trabaho, pero underemployed ako. Mas matitang sahod. So, hindi ko kaya ng sugal yung kasalukuyang empleo ko. What I with you? At yung analytics naman na nakikita namin, hindi naman siya yung sharp take lang, yung furious lang tapos bumunsa ko. Pag-up mo lang matapos tuloy-tuloy. Hanggang tuloy. So that's one of the metric or sukatan na ating
One last for me, Sam. Actually, I can still remember how active you are during the BBM campaign. I cannot forget that.